Hello, my name is Ahmed and welcome to my culinary video. Today's video is going to be about me creating a traditional Somali dish called Dooro iyo Baris, which directly translates as chicken and rice. So let's get into it. First, you boil 700 grams of chicken drumsticks and wait till all the water evaporates. Second, I'll be cutting onions into medium-sized chunks for the saute later. So whilst I'm cutting up the onions, I would like to talk to you more about this dish and just what it means for us. So as you already know, this dish translates as chicken and rice and is primarily enjoyed by the Barawa people located in the southwest of Somalia. What makes this dish unique is that its sheer simplicity because of the ingredients used. Next, I'll be taking 4 garlic cloves and unskinning them. So whilst I do that, I'd like to let you know the dish is just tied together by one spice. Yes, you heard it, one spice, and that's turmeric. Turmeric? What, you might ask? Yes, I know it's a South Asian spice primarily used in India. Well, yes, along with Arab and Persian traders who founded the ancient coastal towns of Barawa, Marka, Mogadishu and Kismayo, which are other cities in Somalia, they introduced rice, garlic, coriander, cumin and chili along with many other delicacies. Next, we'll be taking the unskinned garlic cloves and putting them into the pestle and mortar. Then we'll be adding 1 teaspoon of turmeric and then we'll be bashing until we have a paste-like consistency. The Indian traders introduced many spices such as golden turmeric, the golden spice we call turmeric. This means that Somali cuisine has deep roots in the Middle East and beyond. Dooro Baris is usually enjoyed by families in private setting. In a social setting, more spices and herbs such as cumin, coriander, cinnamon, nutmeg and basil will be used, adding complexity to the dish. You might be wondering, basil? Yes, basil is an Italian herb and comes from Italian colonial history. Next, when all the water has evaporated from the chicken, we take some sunflower oil, about 1 tablespoon of sunflower oil, and we add the previously cut up diced onions and let that saute for just a minute. And then afterwards, we are going to add the garlic paste with turmeric that we had made and add that to the chicken, and then add some more oil and add some salt, and then let that kind of marinate and saute. While that's sauteing, let me tell you more about the global context. In a global world, primarily in the context of Somali civil war, which led to many Somali diaspora fleeing many countries around the world to seek refuge, Somali ingredients used in Somali cuisine drastically changes, incorporating local people's cuisine with British Somali diaspora, for example, cooking with olive oil rather than traditional subag, which also can be translated to clarified butter or ghee. This is a perfect example of how cuisine can change at a global level. People adapting traditional cooking methods with locally abundant ingredients, creating a whole new genre of Somali cuisine globally. Off camera, I decided to add some potatoes to the dish. So I cut up some potatoes and put them into the pan, and we'll let that kind of simmer in very, very low heat. And it will not only make the chicken super tender, but will cook through the potato beautifully. So we're gonna put that on low heat and move on to making the rice. So since I want to just speed this up, even in when family guests come over and we want to speed things up, we just take really, really, really hot water and rinse the rice 3 to 4 times before cooking it. So as you can see now, I am rinsing the rice a few times to just make sure I get rid of that muddy taste from not cleaning the rice properly. And when you're putting water in the rice, especially if you're not using a rice cooker, make sure it goes up to your index fingers first line. So that's what helps. I kind of eye it because I'm so familiar with how it works. What Somali culture does differently when making rice also is we add a little bit of sunflower oil, and we also use boiling water instead. So obviously you can't really put your finger in boiling water. So we do that. Now after adding the boiling water, we just put the lid on top, and then just let that cook until it becomes really beautiful and fluffy. And then after that's all done, we will add the rice to the chicken potato dish. And normally the rice wouldn't have that much salt because a lot of salt has already been added to the chicken and potatoes. Thank you very much for watching my culinary video. I hope you've learned a lot from this, and thank you so much.